would seem your recent activities have gotten Advent's attention. Our unwelcome guests are on the move. Advent has been diverting considerable resources and personnel to covert facilities across the globe. The exact details of these operations are highly classified. However, they do have one thing in common. A single word that appears in all their files. Avatar. I believe the black site we had previously uncovered to be but a part of this Avatar project. Based on what we have uncovered so far, its true scope is far greater. This project is being directed from the very top of Advent, from a source I am still unable to determine. All attempts to uncover its identity have met with failure. It is time to take a more direct approach. Though we may not know the exact nature of this Avatar project, we can still disrupt it. We must root out these hidden facilities with the help of local resistance cells, disrupt our enemy's operations, and in the process, uncover the truth. Locate the source of this Avatar project, and then destroy it. Were the enemy to succeed in their efforts, I am certain it would mean the end for us all. I'm confident you will take whatever measures necessary to eliminate this threat, Commander.
Hello and welcome to iBluairJgR Gaming for Comedy. This is Uncut XCOM 2. It's just you, me, and the Avatar Project is joining us as well. Here we go. This is something new we're taking a look at. Okay, the Avatar Project is the main thing that you're fighting against in XCOM 2. And from the looks of things, it's very ominous. Okay, that thing is... that's how the aliens win the game, right? It's interesting with XCOM. In a lot of games, you can just lose. But in XCOM 2, the computer can win. And that's kind of weird. But it's very cool nonetheless. But we're not going to worry about the Avatar Project right now, because it's not, it takes the aliens a long time to deal with it. Right now, what we're going to worry about is getting some intel and supplies, because that is very important to the here and now. We'll worry about the end of the world when we need to. Okay, so here we go. Today's squad is not very decked out once again. We've got 2 rookies and 2 more well-equipped soldiers. Brian Arnold, he's back on the field. He's no longer injured. And we've got a specialist on the far left. That's DuPont. That's my dude. But anyway, let's get into it. Let's get on the Sky Ranger, and of course, let's listen to what Central has to say.
A human VIP working in collaboration with Advent is being moved through this area on one of their transport vehicles. The Resistance has asked that we step in and neutralize the target. We'll need to secure the area and destroy the enemy forces providing security. Bring the package home alive if possible, but don't take any chances.
So we are trying to bring somebody back, a collaborator with the Advent military whatever. And that sounds pretty cool. This is actually a mission type that I've personally never done before, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I was a little bit nervous going in because I didn't know really what to expect. But we're gonna see how things turn out in the end. We're gonna see if these 2 rookies can pull their own weight and hopefully not die. Because even though rookies are expendable, you still don't want your soldiers to die. But anyway, let's take it to the battlefield. Here we go. Mission starting up. We're rappelling down from that Sky Ranger. Boom. Things are getting off. Things are kicking off. Well, they're not kicking off yet. We're just landing. And Central is giving us the briefing. He's telling us where the hostage is and where we need to carry him so that we can evac. So we pick him up down there by that car, and then we carry him to the top of a building, and then get the hell out of Dodge. Now, before I start every mission in XCOM, I like to make a save file, just in case, because RNG is stupid. Now, here we go. Now it's about to kick off. I'm using a new item here that I find really cool and potentially useful if you're a little bit lucky. So I'm going to move my man Brian Arnold up a little bit, and then I'm going to, well, spot some enemies right off the bat. That's number 1. But number 2, I'm going to throw a battle scanner. That is a very cool item. It has a ridiculous range. You can throw that thing pretty much across a football field distance, and what it does is it reveals a specific area for a few turns. I think it's 4. I believe it's 4. And it's useful for scouting. I like it. I haven't really ever used it to that strong of an effect yet, especially not in this mission, because clearly I'm fiddling around with it and I'm throwing it where there were already units revealed, so it's like, why? I didn't need to throw it there, is what I'm saying. But either way, I'm going to toss it out, and now that area on the map is revealed to me. And there you go. So we're moving up, trying to avoid the patrols and the units as much as possible, and specifically that big-ass guard tower. Now, I'm talking over Lady Shen right now, but what she's saying is that we can hack into that guard tower to potentially aid us in the mission, but I don't try to hack it because it's a risk-reward thing, and I don't want to take the risk. This mission, it's already new to me, so I'm nervous, man. I'm nervous. I'm sweating. It's like I got weed in my pocket, and I don't know where the cops is, and it's crazy. It's crazy. No, but anyway, so we're inching up, moving around the patrols. It's very tense in this moment. I'm trying to get as close to the hostage, I keep saying the collaborator, as possible before taking any actions. Especially because there were those 2 guys in that building before, and they're sort of walking around and everything. So I want to take them out before anything. Get that preemptive strike going on. And in addition to that, because I'm trying to move as close as possible before engaging a target, because you have a limited number of turns for this particular mission. You have 12 to start with. I'm on the 11th turn right now. And the timers always add that extra layer of tension. It's serious. Once again, I'm sweating. I know they right behind me. Well, in this case, they're kind of in front of me. It's here we go. Lurking in the shadows. XCOM style. The start of every mission in XCOM, it's sort of like the start of a relationship. It's slow. It's a little weird. You're tiptoeing around. You don't want to say too much. You don't want to say too little. Try not to make any bad moves. That's what's going on right now. I'm feeling it out, because I don't want anything. I don't want to step on any toes, because if you step on toes, then shit pops off, and you don't want shit to pop off. That's what I'm saying. Well, not until you want it to pop off. See, that's the thing. That is the thing about concealment. And that is another life lesson that's coming to us out of XCOM. You don't want stuff to pop off unless you want stuff to pop off. You're not trying to get stuff to pop off just all willy-nilly. Like, you don't want to be surprised by stuff. You want to be ready. And here we go. We're setting up an ambush. We're getting ready for the action to start. We're putting people on Overwatch. We're moving around, trying to get into the perfect position to take out these troops in one fell swoop. And that, if we can do that, then we'll be in a good position. 9 turns left. I want to kill that pod so I can get to that collaborator as quick as possible. And here we go. Last Overwatch, ending the turn. Now, I was hoping they were going to actually walk towards me in that moment and potentially reveal my soldiers and then scatter a little bit so that all the Overwatch shots would trigger, but it's okay. It's okay. We still have other options. I'm still in a perfect position to get off that ambush the way I want to get it off. So it's not popping off exactly when I want it to pop off, but it's close enough. It's close enough. It's 1 turn later. So here we go. Putting the people on Overwatch, moving units ahead. He's the one that's going to have to start this because I only have 1 grenade in this mission, and I'm going to use it right off the bat. The reason I only have 1 grenade is because I don't have my heavy unit, the Grenadier, and I usually like to bring tactical options. Get that battle scanner, get that flashbang, get a med kit, and some grenades. But unfortunately, I don't have a Grenadier, so I only have 1 grenade. Grenadiers can carry 2 grenades. It's really cool, but here we go. These guys are about to get it. They're about to get it real good. Taking that 3 damage to dealing 3 damage to both targets there. And here we go. We're revealed. And now, I know you're upset. I know you're upset, Necromancer. Now get prepared to take it. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Done. It was beautiful. Unfortunately, The next shot is going to miss, and here we go, the last one is also going to miss. So it wasn't a perfect ambush, but we did manage to take out the Necromancer, aka the Sectoid, before he got to do any sort of big plays. The Sectoids are ridiculous, honestly. I can't stand them. They just, don't want to think about it. But that was painful. That is a new type of unit. Well, it's not a new unit, but that is a Stun Lancer, and Stun Lancer's not cool. They've got batons, and they zap people with them, and they can stun them or knock them unconscious. It's crazy. And the Stun Lancer adds a ridiculous element to the game. If they knock somebody unconscious, then that means you have to protect that unit for the rest of the match. You can drag them to the evac zone. It's just, there's so much stuff. But get out of here. We don't need you on the field. We don't want you here, Stun Lancer. We don't want him here. I'm impressed. But anyway, yeah, the Stun Lancer is a very, very painful unit. I don't like them. But the cool thing about the Stun Lancer, it's pretty well balanced, I think, because the Stun Lancer, while it is a very devastating thing, it almost definitely, if it's within range of one of your soldiers, he's going to sprint at them, and he's going to put himself in a precarious position. The Stun Lancer is basically the ranger of the Advent troops. And what he does is he's just automatically going to be like, yo, I'm charging in head first, and I ain't playing with it. But hey, look at this. We're looking at the hack real quick, trying to see what we can get. But my % chance to actually succeed on the hacks are pretty low. And I just don't want any negative effects to happen on this mission, because already things are slightly precarious, right? You take damage from a Stun Lancer right off the bat. That's not the best thing. It's not the best thing, but it's okay. So things are getting a little quiet, putting some guys on Overwatch just in case an alien sprints in the face, but he's not going to come this time. So I'm moving up on that Collaborator, getting closer and closer. Got 6 turns left. Actually, things are beginning to count down pretty fast, right? It seems slow in the beginning, and XCOM is always a little bit slow to start off, but it's tense. There's a tension to it, especially when you're playing it. And oh my god, it's another Necromancer. He's only coming with a few units, though, so it's not too much to deal with. In the early game of XCOM, they don't introduce too many units that can really devastate your squad. The further in the story you progress, especially if you don't upgrade your armor in a timely fashion and your weapons, then the game gets really, really difficult. And Brian Arnold is messing up, getting those misses, but it's okay. But yeah, if you don't upgrade your armor and your gear in XCOM, then if you get to the later missions with just assault rifles and no armor, the stuff starts to get a little out of control. And that is another metaphor for life. XCOM can really teach you like morals and just about how to live your life. And that's why this game is great. That's not the only reason the game is great. There's a lot of reasons, but one of the reasons is because it teaches you about life. So here we go. We're trying to take out this trooper, but we're gonna fail. And these are the moments when you start stressing, when you don't take out units properly and they get free moves and they get to start moving up on you, creeping up on you, and necromancers start taking control of people. It's not good. It's not good. And part of the reason why this mission for me was more difficult than it should have been was because I didn't have a good squad. Right, I only had one grenade, which I already used. I still have the flashbang, and I still have the med kit, but nobody's injured, so that's fine. But I didn't have the setup that I wanted. Oh man, cars blowing up out here. But yeah, I didn't have the setup that I wanted, and the setup that I find more helpful. But that's, once again, that's just the early game. So many people get injured in your squad, then you got to bring out the rookies and just hope they don't die, even though the rookies are basically the red shirts in Star Trek. They have a higher chance of dying simply because of what they are. And if I'm being honest, and I try to be, that is a little bit racist. It's a little bit racist against the rookies. Rookies are people too, and you shouldn't classify them as second-class citizens just because they're rookies. And once again, this is another thing that XCOM teaches you. It teaches you how to be a good human being. But anyway, we've got 4 turns left to pick up the VIP and carry him to the top of a building to extract. And that, truthfully, does not seem like a lot. That doesn't seem like a lot of turns. But we're gonna see if we can make it. It's at this point I'm stressed because all of the enemies have not been cleared out. So what that means is if I inch up too close to the VIP in one turn, then I could activate a bunch of pods of enemies and then everybody's gonna get shot. But if I don't inch up fast enough, then I'm gonna run out of time, and then I'm just gonna have to evac and just not good. And I'm pretty sure if you actually fail a mission, then you don't get the reward for it, which makes sense. I've never failed a mission because I always save before the mission starts, and if I wipe, I restart because I'm a whore. And here we go, 3 enemies. We got an Advent commander or whatever, and looks like a stun lancer, and I can't tell what it is. It could be a necromancer, it could be a stun lancer, I don't know, but it's not good. 3 units right next to the VIP, so I gotta grab him. I gotta do something with him. The wheels are turning, the brain is thinking. One of the things that makes XCOM a lot different from other games is that this is the difference between turn-based and real-time, is that you have a longer time to think about your actual moves. Granted, I usually take moves pretty quickly because I'm not impatient, but most of the time, the first move that you were thinking about making is going to be the best one. The other moves, they could be better, but they're probably just as bad or just as good. So I usually stick with the gut instinct, which is partially why I always trigger Overwatch shots on my soldiers. But either way, I take turns relatively quickly. There is a thought process, and here we go. Wait a minute. Getting ready to toss out the flashbang. If I can reach them. There we go. The flashbang, what it does is it disorients the enemies that are in the radius. It can't disorient allies, so you can throw it directly on top of yourself. But the disorient effect, it reduces, it gives the units hit and aim penalty. So I'm trying to do that right now so I can get close to this VIP, pick him, look at that, smacking him on the head. Get out of here, you coming with us. You are coming with us. So he's knocked out, and next turn I'm going to have to pick him up and start carrying him. I'm just going to have to start hauling ass to the top of the building. Because the tricky thing is, or the cool thing about this mission is I don't have to kill all the enemy units. So I can just knock that guy out and get him back to the evac zone, which is what I'm going to try and do. And here we go. See the disorient, he was not even really in cover, and the shot missed. And granted, there was a chance it could have missed from the very beginning, even without the disorient effect. But with it, it just makes it a little bit more likely that he's going to miss, lowering that shot percentage. And here we go. We about to pick this dude up, sling him over the shoulder, and carry his ass to the, well, you know, we're going to pick up an invisible thing and carry it to, because graphic errors and stuff, but it's fine. So I'm going to start hauling ass. Just get him up there. Get him up there. It's time to go. Here we go. Oh no. See, once again, I've triggered an Overwatch shot, and that could have been the end of the mission. I see, you know, it's making it, but you know, I took the chance. This time, I really knew he was on Overwatch, but he was disoriented, and Overwatch already suffers an aim penalty, so I figured I'll take my chances, because I only have 3 turns, and that is not enough time to get to the extraction point without just making a risky move. Sometimes you gotta make the big plays. Whether or not they're good, you just gotta make those big plays, and you gotta pray to the RNG gods, and that's what I did. Now, Brian Arnold is in a bad spot. He's very far away from the evac zone, so I gotta get him there as quickly as possible. Start making those big moves. Everybody is just haul assing to the exit, and I only have 3 soldiers left at this point, so it's not too bad. But here we go, reinforcements coming in. They want that VIP back, but the reinforcements, they're coming down, but they're not coming down very close to me. So that was pretty lucky on my part that they didn't drop the reinforcements in. See, look at that. These guys coming in like the frickin' Tokusente, the Ginyu Force and shit. These guys are ready to just start doing work. But I am not ready to receive that work. I am ready to get the hell out of Dodge. And oh my gosh, Necromancer reanimating corpses, but that's not. The reanimate corpse is probably one of the least dangerous moves that the sectoid can do. It's potentially lethal if the dead body is next to you, but that thing ain't hurting nobody. That thing is way too far away. Can't do nothing to me.
Menace 1-5, you're out of time. Get to
So
the
one
evac point now.
turn remaining. Best thing about getting to evac zones is you can sprint to a location and then evacuate. So you can do it all in one turn. So if you have enough range of movement to get to an evac zone, much like Brian Arnold does, then you can just run your ass off and just get to it and then peace out. And that's what I'm doing right now. Here we go. Calling down that rope, getting ready to go. Zoop. Pull me up. Ooh. Okay, see, that looks like a lot of fun. Looks like a lot of fun. But yeah, so I'm tidying up the mission now, and it, all things considered, it went well. I didn't want the soldier that died to die because I customized him. And whenever you customize somebody and they die the same on the first mission they go on after you customize them, it's a shitty feeling because I spent about 20 minutes customizing this guy and then he just died. But honestly, that's just how it is. It's unfortunate, but here we go. Taking that guy, calling down that rope. Here we go. It looks so fun. Zoop. And there we go. We've put a nice bow on the mission, tied it up nicely. There's like 6 units on the field right now, but it doesn't matter because I don't have to kill them this time. Don't always have to kill everybody, but here we go. Making that flight back. It's very sad to see that there's only 3 soldiers on the Sky Ranger this time instead of 4, but those are the cards we're dealt. Boom, setting down for that landing. We're about to walk off the thing. Nobody's really hurt too bad, so we're not really limping off. You know, DuPont, he's feeling a little bad, but Brian Arnold's just swagging it. Brian's like, okay, ain't nobody messing with me. But, you know, could have been better, could have been worse, but I liked it. That mission was really fun. And here's the person I captured. She looks very shifty because she is a collaborator. She's evil, and she's tied up. That's probably why she's shifty. She's uncomfortable. And there we go, taking our rewards, and we're all done. That is another mission of XCOM 2. Of course, as always, I hope you enjoyed watching it because I enjoyed making it. XCOM is a really fun game, and I'm glad that I can share it with you. So I will see you next time.